Chapter 10. The First Visit. Lilly didn't plan it. Not really. The idea started as a thought, small, fleeting, while she sat in her office, staring at a contract she'd read 3 times without absorbing a single word. I could go see him. It should have stayed a thought. Instead, it became search, flights, times, prices. Her finger hovered over the screen for all of 3 seconds before she booked it. Impulsive, reckless, exactly what she needed. She didn't tell Ronan, not because she wanted to keep secrets, but because she wanted to see his reaction, to feel it, to close the distance in a way a phone call never could. Because missing him had stopped being manageable. It had become constant. By the time she stepped off the plane, her heart was already racing. By the time she reached the familiar street with pastel buildings and slow-moving air, it was pounding. And when she saw it, the small wooden bar with the faded blue door, something inside her settled and unraveled at the same time. She pushed the door open. The same cool dimness greeted her. The same hum of the ceiling fan. The same quiet rhythm of a place untouched by urgency. Except for him. Ronan stood behind the bar, phone pressed to his ear, tension clear in every line of his body. "No, I said Tuesday delivery, because if it doesn't get here by then, the entire schedule gets pushed back," he snapped, running a hand through his hair. "I don't care what your guy said, that's not what we agreed on." He turned, and everything stopped. "I'll call you back," he said abruptly, already lowering the phone. It hit the counter with a soft thud. "Lilly?" Her smile came easily, even though her heart felt like it might burst. "Surprise?" For a split second, he just stared at her, like he wasn't sure she was real. Then he moved, 3 long strides, and suddenly she was in his arms. The impact of it knocked the breath from her lungs. Not because it hurt, but because it felt like something snapping back into place. She melted into him instantly, her hands gripping his shirt as if to anchor herself. He held her tighter, like he didn't want to risk her disappearing. "You're here," he murmured into her hair, his voice softer than she'd ever heard it. "I missed you," she said against his chest. It felt inadequate, too small for what she felt. He pulled back just enough to look at her, and then he kissed her. Not hesitant, not careful. It was warm, immediate, a release from everything that had built up over days of distance and late-night calls that never felt like enough. She kissed him back just as deeply, her fingers curling into his shirt again. For a moment, the world narrowed down to just this. Him, her, no distance, no waiting. When they finally pulled apart, her breath came quickly, her chest rising and falling as she searched for his face. That's when she saw it. It was subtle, but it was there, a flicker behind his eyes. Something shadowed, something heavy. "What's wrong?" she asked quietly. The shift in her tone was enough to make him straighten slightly, like he'd been caught off guard. "Nothing," he said too quickly. "I'm just happy you're here." She held his gaze, searching. There it was again, that hesitation and that weight, but she didn't push, not yet. Instead, she smiled softly, brushing her thumb along his jaw. "Good, because I'm not leaving anytime soon." Something in his expression softened, but not completely. And that told her everything she needed to know. Something was wrong, he just wasn't ready to tell her.